Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Hi, it's me again, Boss Lady, Miss Renee, Miss Tasha. Don't matter what you call me as long as you call me. How y'all doing today? Of course, I'm back again with part 2 of signs that you're experiencing a spiritual awakening. Okay, so I've read my notes again. Yay me. Yeah, this is good for me. I promise y'all it is. Okay, so part 2 that you're experiencing a spiritual awakening. I think we left off with the desire to eat. Well, the desire to be closer to nature, to be connected and out of nature. So that's where we left off. So we're gonna start. Just jump right in there. Okay, so you begin to. Another one is that you begin to experience sleep patterns. Yeah, unusual sleep patterns. I'm sorry, unusual sleep patterns. I wake up all through the night, mostly in the 2 o'clock hour, between 2 and 4 a.m. I'm woke up like it's like the middle of the day, y'all. I'm up, everybody's sleeping, slobbing and everything, of course, but I'm woke like I'm ready to get some stuff done. Usually that is the time I actually get a little more work done because I'm a little bit more focused. And not just that, this time when it's like that's when the spiritual realm is pretty much wide open. We won't say that. It's pretty much wide open. So anything you ask for, anything that you need is right there for the taking. That's the perfect time to get up and you talk to God about the things that you want, things that you need, and you try to get some things together in your life. That's the time when He's talking to y'all. Y'all ain't waking up on y'all. Y'all know that alarm clock ain't don't supposed to go off until about 6 o'clock. So y'all up because He has you up. Do whatever it is that He's calling you to do, because you may be like, why am I up? It's something down in you that's urging you to do something. It's something that you hadn't done, something you're supposed to be done, something you hadn't finished getting done, whatever it is. It's something that's in you urging you to do something. And like I said, once we actually get quiet, and that is like the most quiet time of the day or night, you can hear. If you pay attention, you can hear. So that's one. That's another one. Another one is increased self-talk. Increased self-talk. Conversations with God. People might think you're going nuts because the whole thing is that you just prove it to show y'all that y'all ain't crazy. Everybody is not going crazy. Everybody ain't going crazy. Whatever that word really means. That's somebody. I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna have that for y'all next time. I don't know. You gotta get deep into this stuff, see what this stuff really is, what they brainwashing us to think and feel. But anyway, you talk to yourself more. Like I said, nope, you're still not crazy just because you're out here talking to yourself. And you're getting to know yourself on a different level. You're getting to know your higher self. That's a conversation between you and your higher self, you and God. Not to say, hold on, because I want to say, oh, she's saying we God. I ain't God, I'm Tasha. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, that's when you get to know. He is in complete control. So if He's at the top, He's at the top. If He's at the top, He's at the top of everything. So, you want to get to know yourself. That's time when you're getting to know yourself, getting to know what it is that you're supposed to be doing. That's, time for your higher calling, when you're learning to communicate with yourself on a different level. Excuse me, because a lot of times we be so down on ourselves, and we destroy ourselves more than other people destroy ourselves. So that's a time to kind of talk to yourself a little bit softer, get to know yourself a little bit better, work some things out, because like I said, if you don't have a conversation about things, you can't work them out. You can't come into agreement. Sometimes you have to come into agreement with yourself to get some things done and some things figured out. This is what it is. Y'all can call it what you want to call it, but y'all know what it is. Okay, and like I said about the synchronicities. Okay, yeah, I got water dripping over here. Okay, about the synchronicities. We talked about the numbers, and we spoke about the numbers. I think that's the only thing. But it's numbers, words, colors, animals, insects, whatever you name it. Like I said, God uses everything and everybody. And He ain't finna just stop with one thing or one person. He can use anybody. He can use a dog if He want to, and He does quite often. It's just letting you know that you're being guided onto your best path. We've been praying all our lives about, oh Father, what you want me to do? What I supposed to be doing, God? What I supposed? And I know I've said it so much. You know, I used to say it in the past so much. Oh God, what I supposed to be doing? God, what I supposed to be doing? I know you want me to do something. I know I'm not just here to just be. What am I supposed to be doing? You know, so these are the answers to your questions. Y'all been asking these questions y'all whole lives. Now y'all getting the answers here. Now y'all think y'all going nuts. Ain't nothing wrong with you just getting your answers. Get your answers and go and do what you're supposed to be doing with them. Okay, and the thing about it is, like I said, he sends these things to us and to show us different ways to go and different paths, and like I said, our different answers to the questions. We got to realize God's not going to come down here and hold our hands and say, yeah, boss lady, I want you to go across the street. This is what I want you to be doing for the next 5 months. Well, he ain't going to come down here and grab my hand and walk me from step to step. He's going to send his angels. His angels are people, places, things, whatever it is. Those his angels. Those are his spirit guides. That's what he's doing. He's guiding us and he's leading us. Stop letting these folks think y'all going crazy. Because you out here following your angels and you listening to stuff and you're doing your research. You ain't nothing wrong with you. Do what you're supposed to be doing. Like I said, you ain't got to answer nobody, but you ain't got to answer for nobody but you. You're responsible for nobody technically but you. And so, you know, it's just showing us that we're all connected. We're all connected. We are. Okay, another one is changing your eating habits. And you start to take better care of your body. I promise you, you do. For whatever reason you do. I mean, you may think that you're doing it because, oh, they doctor told me I got high blood pressure or whatever, you know, like I said, these life-altering events come, and so it may be your health that's affected or whatever. It is somebody else's health that caused you to say, you know, I don't want to end up like Miss Jacob or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So you go on and you try to treat your temple right. You try to take care of your body because that's exactly what it is. It's your temple. I mean, it's natural for us to be drawn to healthy food because that's what we were actually born into. That is our birthright. That is what we're born into. That's why we got nature out here. That's why we got all this stuff that they cut down calling weeds, y'all. Y'all better keep this stuff. While y'all trying to get y'all pretty yards, y'all better keep this stuff. Put it in a flower pot or something. Keep this stuff. Y'all need that stuff. Like I said, I mean, this culture has, before, we were influenced by culture, first of all. Before this, like I said, we was eating healthy. We was doing what we was supposed to be doing. But you know, the large corporations, they can't make no money off you being able to go in your backyard and pull them greens up, go and grab them tomatoes or whatever it is that you're eating, those herbs. They can't make any money off of you doing that. So yeah, they're gonna put all this stuff out there. Then they gonna make it taste real good because y'all ain't lying. It tastes so good. Ooh, now it doesn't taste as good, but yeah, I was hooked. Baby, that ham, not so much the ham, but the bacon. Ooh, that was the hardest thing I have ever done in my life. Leave the bacon alone. Oh my goodness. But due to my health, I had to. And he made that happen so that I would have to leave that alone. So don't think just because you got high blood pressure, leave that shit alone. It ain't bad. He telling you, that's a detour. Turn away from what you're doing. Turn away from what you're eating. How you living. Come on, y'all. Y'all know it. Y'all know. Y'all just want to keep doing what you want to do and keep eating what you want to eat. I mean, I'm just going to eat in small increments. I'm just going to eat this. He said if it ain't helping your body, leave that mess alone. It just tastes good. Because shit, now somebody got to deal with you. You got to rush you to the hospital because your blood pressure done ran up. Or your cholesterol high. Or you got all these blockages because you wanted to be disobedient. We've all been there. I'm not saying like I'm perfect or whatever because I still slip and slide sometimes. I ain't lying because this weekend was a really good weekend. Not good in a good way, but everything tasted so good. I'm getting better. Like I said, I ain't telling y'all something I ain't trying. I ain't going through myself or have gone through myself. I mean, it ain't easy. It's not easy. But it's easier than it has been. Even when I slip and slide sometimes, I mean, you know, I always come back to the right thing. You know, I don't slip and slide too often or for too long. But it's going to be to where that is no longer also. So, you know, I'm working on me with that one. So like I said, you know, you want to change your eating habits and all that stuff, and that's one of the things that come about. Another one is, last but not least, that I've gotten to so far. Like I said, I know this couldn't be our because we're constantly elevating. We're constantly going through transformations. So we're constantly going through awakenings, you know. So the last but not least for the moment is feelings of sadness. I spoke about that before. Feelings of sadness and depression, deep emotions. You know, you may not always know why you're feeling this way. And I told you may not always have your why, but you'll have your what. You know what's going on. You know what you're feeling. You know what you're thinking. You know what you're saying or whatever. You just don't know why. We haven't gotten that big why yet. But it's coming too, y'all. I know that. And so, like I said, you know, that's when it's time to do your shadow work. And we get into that next. That's when it's time to do your shadow work, you know. And it's not an easy process. It's actually a very difficult process. And we're going through these emotions and these bouts of depression. Like I said, I don't want to give it that name. It's just, you know, these stages of instability, or I mean, whatever it is, feeling crazy feelings, whatever y'all want to call it. Y'all can call it what y'all want to call it, but these deep emotions, you know, we go through these stages, and we have to go through these stages to pretty much exploit the bad things that are within us. And I say bad things, with the dark things, the traumas, those things that happened to us, or those things that we did, or whatever it was, you know, those bad energies, those negative energies. We want to say goodbye to them, you know, and you know, just be grateful for the release once this shadow work is done, because you know that's something we all need. We have to do that. You know, we got to dig in deep. You have to dig in deep. Like if you want to truly be a better person, you have to dig in deep to find out what's making you the person that you are right now. If you want to be better than the person that you are right now, you know, that's like I said, that's what you're digging for. That's the shadow work. You go in, and you got to go in, baby, with your rain boots on, because it gets deep. You got to go in prepared. Okay, I have another saying for you all. I have another quote. It's by Dalai Lama. I can never pronounce that word right. Forgive me. No disrespect, Dalai Lama. Where he said that people take different roads seeking fulfillment and happiness. Just because they are not on the same road, on your road, does not mean that they are lost. I'm going to read that again. I always mess up first. I'm getting better. I'm going to get better. Okay, it said people take different roads seeking fulfillment and happiness. Just because they are not on your road does not mean that they are lost. I want y'all to remember that and think about that when y'all go, when people hollering, you know, I don't know what about this, or I don't know about that, something about this ain't right, or listen. Just sit back and listen to it. Take it in. Take from it what resonates with you. Take from it what you need from it. Everything ain't for everybody, but it's something in everything that everybody can use. I remember this stuff. And like I said, don't continue to just be sitting around here allowing things to happen and things to be said or whatever, and you're not examining it. You're not looking to it and find out. You're not do your research. You got to do your research. You know, I'm constantly saying about research. When I say research, I mean research. Sometimes research ain't in the Bible. Sometimes research ain't on that internet, and sometimes it's not in that book. Sometimes you have to go within and do that research. Get your downloads straight from the source. What better way? Now you know ain't no man or nobody had no time to tamper with nothing, because you getting the information straight from the source. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with you trusting yourself. And screw the ones that don't trust you, especially if you're that person. But anyway, but that was part 2 of signs that you're experiencing spiritual awakening. Okay, now let me get into the shadow work. Let's give y'all a little bit about it, because it's kind of exciting to me in ways, because it really helps you sort some things out. It has helped me to sort a lot of things out. I was doing shadow work and didn't even know I was doing shadow work, y'all. I called myself, I'm gonna sit in here, because I was bored one day and just not so much bored. I was in my feelings. Let me put it that way. I was in my feelings, so I'm just sitting. I'm just gonna write. I'm gonna start from the beginning. To write. I'm gonna write from the beginning. Starting from whenever the first thing I can remember, my first memory. Y'all, I think I may have written a sentence. I may have gotten 2 sentences in. Not a paragraph for sure. I was crying like a baby. Bawling. Because in the process of me going back to the basics, going back to the roots, going back to the beginning of even my very first memory that I could think of, I'm like, and like I said, no more than 2 sentences in, I'm bawling like a baby because I came to realize some things that I had never realized before. And it hurt my feelings. It hurt my feelings really bad. Because at all this time, I'm just now realizing this, And so I had to. It took me a minute. I ain't gonna lie. It took me a minute. I still haven't gotten back to writing, y'all. And it's been about a month ago. Writing for that purpose. That wasn't shadow working. That was for something else. I still hadn't gotten back to doing that because it was really hard. Especially doing it. It may have been different had I gone into that knowing that there was a possibility. The feelings that I had to come afterwards were possible, or expected or whatever, But yeah, that was kind of rough, y'all. Like I said, I'm better with it now because I've forgiven myself for those things and I've forgiven those that were involved. It wasn't nothing bad, nothing like this, so I don't want y'all thinking, it ain't nothing like that. Just like I said, I was in my feelings and I was able to release. It took a minute to be able to release that but I had to realize first that I needed to release that. So like I said, again, y'all know I be all over the place. Somebody need to come over here and say, come on back. But anyway, shadow work for healing and elevation. Because you can't elevate to the next level unless you heal from whatever it is that's holding you in that stage of life. Unless you let go of whatever it is that's holding you back and hindering you in that stage of life. I know I'm constantly moving this thing, but the table a little uneven now. But anyway, okay. I'm going to let you know this. When preparing for shadow work, please do not take this lightly. As I let y'all know before, that this is not an easy process. It's difficult, but it's so worthwhile. I promise you it is. You'll feel so much better afterwards. You will thank me later for it. Like I said, the beginning is really hard, and it reveals a lot. It's like the time when masks off. Everything has been behind these. Everyone and everything has been behind these costumes and these masks and everything. And now, once you start actually doing your shadow work in the beginning, it's like, okay, now you can actually see everything and everyone for who and what it truly is, what they are. You're not being deceived any longer. A lot of truths come out. So you realize that you have to find you a totally different environment. You'll start feeling like you just need to run away. This is not it. It's too much going on. There's too many people. There's too little people. There's too whatever it is. These people not right. Whatever you try to find. You have to find a totally new environment. Whether that environment is physical, mental, or spiritual. You're gonna need that. You will need that. It's just something that it's gonna happen. It's not something that's even in your control. That's just something that's going to happen. It happens during this, especially when you start having these spiritual awakenings. You're going to show you some stuff. That's why you having it, so he can show you some stuff, so you can change some things around, so you can do better and be better. So make sure you keep that in mind when you're doing this, because you're going to have to, a whole lot of old habits are going to have to change, and the big part is you're going to have to cut people off. Can't be so eager to hold on to people, places, and things. Although we know the people, places, and things are in our lives for a reason. There's no coincidence, but we can't be so eager to hold on to these things. People or places, whatever, you know. Because there does come a time in life where you have to eliminate some people, places, or things. Like I told you in the very beginning, everything has an expiration date. Everything has an expiration. So, when we're learning ourselves now, self-worth right now, you know, when we're doing shadow work, it's like, this is one of those times when we have to realize that the journey, our journey, it's nobody's journey but ours. It's not my husband's journey. It's not my children's journey. Not my grandchildren's journey. Not my friends, my mom, my sisters or brother. It's mine, and it's mine alone. And no one should have dictatorship over how you walk your path. Say that again. No one should have dictatorship over how you walk your path. Your path is yours and yours alone. So don't let anybody judge you and make you feel bad about doing what you feel like you need to be doing. That happens too often, and then we end up getting off track again, and there we go again, falling on our tail, because we didn't learn the first 17 times. He's already shown us and told us what we need to do. You know, we're so busy, and like I said, we get so wrapped up in people, places, and things, to where we put that over God. He already said, you should have no other God before Him. God can be anything that you're putting before Him, anything that you're worshiping, anything that you're giving and committing your time to, and you're actually prioritizing over God and what He says do. So don't let anybody deter you from your path. And because if someone comes along to deter you from your path, if it's God's will, if there's something that He has for you to do, to go a different way, you're going to know it. You're going to know it, because gossiping ass ain't Susie. You know damn well she just gossiping. Don't listen. You know. And this stranger came upon you and told you, ma'am, I see the light in you and blah, blah, and whatever he's telling you, and you may want to take that into consideration more so than that she know darn well God ain't told her to. No, you don't know what He told me, and I don't know what He told you. And obviously, if you sit around here acting like that, hell, you don't know what He told you either. Shut up, be quiet, sit down and pay attention. Shut up and leave those situations alone. It ain't none of your life. It ain't your situation. Shut the hell up. Anyway, that's it. Yeah, don't let people deter you from your path, because ain't nobody got an answer about that for that but you. Yeah, I'm not gonna be around here getting. We did that as children. I'm not gonna be around here getting my ass whooped because I ain't doing what I'm supposed to be doing, because you feel some type of way about it. So get over it. Go sit down somewhere. And just remember, the more you shine your light, the smaller that shadow gets. The more you shine light on that shadow, the smaller it gets. You shine light on that situation. You pay attention to it. Like I said, when you're doing your shadow, we're going to get more into it. You shine, the more light you shine on the shadow, the smaller it actually gets. I promise you, y'all. You'll see that it was actually nothing at all. Right, holding you back from doing something so great, and it's something so small, Okay, so with that being said, I'm just going to let you know a few things that you may, before you actually get started doing your shadow work, y'all. There may be a few things that you need to make sure you have on hand. And go through them down, like have you some fresh, colorful flowers or fresh, colorful fruit sitting in a basket or a vase before you, around you, somewhere in the vicinity. This helps to keep the mood light and brighten your mood. It does. It helps to bring you back. When you've gone so deep, it helps to bring you back, to know that there is life. There is still life, So you're going to need a journal and a pen, just so that you can take note and write out your thoughts and emotions. This will help you to better express and release those shadows, y'all. Because a lot of times we be sitting up there thinking, but you forget some stuff. Then you go ahead and gotta go back and repeat that because there was still some residue left. Write that stuff down so I can release all that mess. Okay. Another thing is, as I'm drinking my water, have a pitcher of cool water near you. And this is to help you to remain balanced. I mean, even when you feel yourself kind of drifting or getting too low or getting too high, drink you some water. It actually does help keep you balanced out. Excuse me. Okay, and like have your favorite scriptures or your favorite crystals for prayer and meditation during this because this is somewhat a dangerous but necessary work. Like I said, because when you go deep digging down, you don't know how deep you may go. You don't know how deep your emotions may go. Because a lot of this stuff we have repressed. And we don't know it's going to come up. Like I was telling you. We don't know it's going to come up and we're going to come out. It's going to come out. We don't know when. So, yeah. Whew. Get your prayers ready, y'all. Get your scriptures ready. You know, get your whatever your protection. Get your stuff ready. Stuff to, like I said, it's dangerous, but it's very necessary. Have your Kleenex and your tissues for obvious reasons, you know. Have you some calm, soft, mellow music to balance out your vibrations. Have it playing in the background. You know, like I said, you don't want to go too far for deep end. You don't want to go, like I said, you don't want to go too low and you don't want to get too high. You want to stay centered. You want to stay balanced at all times throughout this process. Like I said, it's going to be some times where you may be knocked off balance, where you may go too, you may be floating too high. Now y'all out there. Or you may be too low to where you don't even want to do nothing, you know. But that's why you need all of these things to keep you balanced out. You're gonna need that balance, I promise y'all. And make sure when you're going into this, you go in with an open heart and an open mind, because you want to experience true healing of self. You want to experience true healing. You don't want to go in there half-hearted, like you know, I'm gonna see what they talking about this, and I'm finished. No, you go in there with an open mind. Because thing, like I said, what is it going to hurt? It ain't going to hurt you to examine yourself to see what the hell wrong with you so you can fix what's broke. Shadow work. That's all it is, y'all. I don't know. Well, the spider had a message for me, I guess. I have to see what the spider means, y'all. I got my little spirit animal book out here, so I can look up stuff when it comes. When they come back, like I said, it'd be a lot of stuff happening out here. But anyway, I'm just gonna let y'all know it is not evil. Move past your old ways of thinking and do your research. Shadow work is not evil. And I want y'all to write these down. I'm gonna put it in the description as well, so that y'all can go back and look these up and read them and do, like I said, do your research. Shadow work is all through the Bible. God talk about this all the time. Jesus talk about it all the time. This self-examination is the same thing. Okay, so I'm gonna 2 Corinthians 13 and 15. You have Job 13 and 23. Psalms 4 and 4, which also mentions meditation. You have Psalms 32, 3 through 5. You have Psalms 77, 6, which speaks about meditation as well. You have Psalms 119, 59, and there's so many more. Like I said, I'm going to put it in the description so that y'all can go through there and you can read them and read up on them and do your research. You may know them, but know these scriptures, but you ain't know what you was reading for. I mean, have you done your research? Have you studied them and shown yourself approved? Because if that's the case, you wouldn't even be considering me talking about this right now, because you already know. Anyway, I'm going to give you the definition of shadow work. The definition of shadow work is it involves getting in touch with what we have repressed. Y'all know I can't read my own handwriting. Okay, start over. Shadow work definition. Shadow work involves getting in touch with what we have repressed. It's diving into our unconscious material that shape our thoughts, behaviors, and our emotions. It's just like it says, you diving deep. Like really, you're diving in deep. You're going in. You're going to need your snorkels. You're going to need your goggles. You're going to need your rain boots, your raincoat, your umbrella. You're going to need all this because you're going in deep. You're going in to do some heavy duty work. Go get it done. You can do it. Okay, now I'm giving you the definition of self-examination. Okay, self-examination is a study of one's own behavior and motives. It's the key to understanding yourself. This leads to less inner conflict, allowing you to be your true self. So yeah, let's do better. It's the same thing. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, people won't tell y'all all this evil and this, that. I was like that at first. I promise you I was. I was die-hard Christian. I'm not saying that, I don't believe what happened. Because that is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that I know there's more. There's always more. I ain't been giving you the truth all this time. I'm just trying to see. Y'all, it don't make sense to me. I've been lying to y'all all this time. Y'all think they all of a sudden, oh, now they're going to tell me the truth. Today is the day that I got a list of these folks who are out here doing these conspiracy theorists and these people who are out here actually doing this research and reading up and trying to make this thing better for real without wanting something back in return from the only thing I want in return is love. The only thing I want to return is happiness, unity, community. That's all I want. That's it. So okay. So we talked about the things that you should have handy when you start to do this work. So I'm going to briefly go through, what this shadow work actually involves and the order that helps me. Let me put it that way. The order that I go in and it helps me. So with that being said, okay, 1. The first thing to do is pray about it. You meditate and you pray about it and you ask and you try to figure out, find out what it is that's causing these thoughts and these behaviors and these emotions to come about within you. What causes these triggers? Why is it every time someone says you gotta do this, you get mad because they said you got to do it? Yeah, it's because somebody done told you something about what you got to do and you didn't feel like you were supposed to been doing it in the past. You need to get in there and figure out what that is and why that's a problem. I'm just using something simple. I'm just saying. It don't have to be something so deep, so big. It can be something that's small. You pray about it and you meditate first to find out what these are. You receive these downloads. Number 2, you acknowledge and receive these downloads. Because once you pray about it and you ask about it, like I told you half the time, I don't even get a chance to even finish my prayer, close the prayer completely out before my answer is given unto me. So, you pray about this and you ask the Father, ask the Creator to show you. And He will deliver these downloads to you so that you will know what it is that is bothering you. You may not know your why, but you will know your what. So, that's the very beginning. You can't know your why until you know your what. So, once you know your what, that's when you do what? You do your shadow work. You get in there and you dive deep in there and you get done what you need to be done. Get done. Okay, and once you acknowledge this and receive these emotional downloads, that's when you sit with it. That's when your journal comes in. You sit with it. You feel it. Whew. And even if you can't make sense of it, y'all, it's okay. It's okay. Half the time you won't be able to make sense of it anyway. You may be able to make sense of it if it's something that you caused or something, a traumatic incident or something that you caused to happen in your life to have you feeling this way or doing the things you're doing, behaving the way that you're behaving. And you may be able to understand a little bit better, but you cannot understand other people. So if there's something that was done unto you, whatever, or against you or about you, whatever it is, if it's coming from someone else, that's what I'm saying is you don't try to understand your why. Don't try to get your why because you can't understand other people. We're trying to get to know who we are here. How the hell we gonna know somebody else and why they do the things they do? And those are generational curses, y'all. It's stuff that trickles down. They don't know why they did it. Their parents don't know why they did it, and so on and so on and so on. But it stops here today. Know why you're doing the things that you're doing, so that you can stop doing that crap. Especially those things that aren't good, Anyway, okay. Number 3. 3 is to process it. Or is that 4? I'm sorry, y'all. Number 4. Number 4 is to process it. by processing, I mean you ask yourself the question like, how is holding on to this or letting go of this beneficial to my life, beneficial to my future, beneficial to my now? You know, I said try not to find your why. Just try to see if is it beneficial to you. Is it going to help you? It hasn't been helping you in the past, so it's going to help you in the future. And have you found a way to use it to help you? Because that's possible too. You know, like I said, but other than that, release that crap. Let it go. Okay, number 5. Forgive yourself and whomever else for the experience. Forgive. You have to forgive. You can't move on unless you forgive. That's in any situation. You can't change the past, but like I said, you can do better. You can do better. You can't change what you've done or what's been done to you, but you can do better. You can be a better person. You should be a better person. Okay. Number 6. You thank it. Like I said, I know it sounds just so good. It's crazy. I lost her damn man. Yeah, probably. But no, thank it. Really. Like I said, because without it, you wouldn't be the person that you are now. You wouldn't be in the position that you are now, ready to make a change. We have to realize that some experiences happen, whether good or bad. Not to say, I'm glad that bad thing happened, but it happened. You can't change it. So the only thing you can do is be thankful for it because it was for a reason. Whew. Yeah, I hate anybody has to experience half the stuff that they have to experience, but we're going to get past that too. Like I said, you thank it. Like I said, a lot of the time those experiences come into our lives to humble us, to keep us humble. Like I said, God don't want no soldiers who think they know it all. He don't want no soldiers who ain't been through nothing. This just like going to war. Okay, now these people, they got you signing up for the army and stuff. I know, like I got something for everything. I'm trying to tell y'all. But anyway, like these people signing up for the army, going to the, to the Navy and all this stuff, going to battle. And you got these folks signing up. You think they just taking these people as soon as they sign up and they taking them on across overseas or doing wherever they taking them to? You think they finna do that and just put them out there? No, they're going to be trained. We have to look at this life as a training ground. We're learning right now. We're being prepared. It's like boot camp. And I know y'all understand because it feel like that a lot of the times. It's like boot camp. So, you take that for what it is and you learn what you need to learn right now. That's why I keep pushing on y'all to do y'all research and to learn and to pay attention. Because when it's time to throw these dukes up, I ain't talking about these dukes physically. This and this. We'll know. We know what we're doing. We're not going in half-assed, half-blind. We know what we're doing. Not because we know it all, but because we've been trained. He's taken us through these different transformations and life-altering events for a reason. Okay, so number 7. Now that you've done all that, now it's time for you to evolve and elevate to your next level of a happier you. Like I said, once you release this stuff, after you thank this stuff and thank it, when you're thanking it, that's your release. That's your release. When you say thank you, that's you releasing it. Like I said, and once you've done that, you'll be a much happier person. Much happier you. You'll be a person that don't nobody even really mind being around. A person people want to know where you are. Why is he not over here? Why is she not over here? Or whatever, let's go and visit her. Because they want to be around you. Because you have that light energy. You're that happy place. But yeah, so that was the end of that. I did want to share with y'all because I did tell y'all yesterday that I was going to come back with the shadow work information. And I did want to make sure I'm a woman of my word, and I want to make sure I continue to be there. So, like I said again, I appreciate you all so much for allowing me to be before you today. Continue to pay attention. Continue to do your research. Hit like, hit share, subscribe. Go out there and be a better person. Do better. And you know, like I said, when you know better, you do better. I remember that, y'all. So like I said, I'll be back. I'll see you soon. God bless you all. Have a wonderful day. I love you all. You may see me next week. You may see me in another hour. I don't know. Like I said, I move when spirit say move. When spirit say move, I move just like that.